What's up today?
Hey, what's going on?
So what we talking about today?
Today, let's talk about how do you know when it's time to end a relationship?
All right. So basically, when it's time to go our separate ways.
Yeah, and
Okay.
specifically like friendship.
Yeah.
Because for friendship, for me,
Yeah.
when it get kind of distance
Yeah.
and the communication is just not there anymore,
Yeah.
it's like pretty much, yeah. And then as you get older, I know some people when they get older, they have friends from when they was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's very fortunate if you can have friends that long. But sometimes friends will just use you.
Woo! We got to talk about that for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to start that one off first because that's usually what caused the distance.
Yeah, buddy.
The usury,
Yep.
one-sided,
Yep.
you know, and this is an ongoing thing. It pretty much probably could be through your whole friendship.
Yep. And then what ends up happening is, like one day, because you know when you're young, you just kicking it. You may see the signs, but because you're young,
Right.
you deal with that. You know what I mean? You get kind of comfortable or complacent with it.
Right.
But you see it when you're young, right?
Yeah.
But then as you mature and when you start, you know, like you said, going your separate ways, and you know, one person may be going this path, you may be going this path, you start seeing like, wait a minute, hold up. This has been a pattern for our whole relationship where I'm the only one putting out. You know what I mean? I'm the only one putting out.
Right.
And it's nothing in return. And you got to start looking at that and asking yourself, is that really fair?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a relationship is just that. It's when two people or three people, right? You know what I'm saying? Is depositing and withdrawing. Because sometimes when you're going through hard times, of course you're going to have to draw from some people.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you also be wanting to deposit and to build up people at the same time. And when you start seeing that it's just one-sided, where all you seem to be doing is depositing into that person and all they're doing is withdrawing, you got to stop and say, wait a minute.
So what you saying is the support system supposed to go both ways.
Yeah.
Especially in a true friendship.
Yeah.
And another thing that I want to address in this, when you get older and you mature, a lot of friends be stuck from when y'all are young.
Yeah.
And they don't respect you.
Yeah.
Your family, your husband, or whatever, your wife, and you know they kind of think that we can still kick it like we used to, or do things that as we used to. What is your take on that?
Well, I totally agree with that, especially when you become a saved, born again, blood bought believer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, everybody still got friends, you know, where they may not be on that path yet. Prayerfully, they will get to that place. Okay. But I noticed sometimes that when you are now following Christ and you have a friend that you used to hang out when you was in the world, sometimes that separation is just going to happen because now y'all going two different ways.
Right.
And then what ends up happening is, I know sometimes with my experience is, they really don't call you until they're going through some type of tragedy or trauma.
Okay, now you're touching.
So I may not hear from them 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's not always just the friends that you had, you know, back when you was, you know, gang banging, doing all that stuff. It could be friends that you have now or associates. Because this is me. I'm real tough on the word friend.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you say you my friend, that carries some weight. That carry a whole lot of substance with me. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really just toss that word around real just haphazardly.
Right.
Because when I'm a friend, I'm a friend. Okay. And I had to understand too that some people, their definition of friendship is different from yours.
Absolutely. Now, let me interject. So in a friendship, you gotta be well-rounded because I'm gonna need counsel. I'm gonna need someone to talk to. When I'm going through. I can have marital problems, but you hit a key point though. When you said Christ, so you open up a whole new. So now, if you got a friend, say your friend is Muslim, or you know, or when a different route, can you guys still remain close friends?
You know what? I can only say from my experience, to be honest with you, I never had that type of friendship or relationship, but the ones that I did have is where, you still got friends in the world. Yeah. And you're not in the world. Yeah. And I'm just going to be honest with you, it's very hard to keep those relationships because they get more distant and more distant and more distant because y'all live in two different lifestyles. Yeah. Now, is it possible? I'm pretty sure it is. And y'all chime in, share this video. We want everybody to get in on it and share their thoughts about it. Is it possible? Yes, I guess. You know what I'm saying? For me, I just know that when I decided that, look, I'm just to lock and load and just make sure I do it the way that Christ says to do it, I just knew that my communication with those former friends got less and less, and then it just got null and void.
Right, because I say that there because even family members, yeah, friendships, marriages, yeah, people have different beliefs, yeah, and what I'm saying is, can those different beliefs and what you believe in, your faith walk, can it sever? It can.
But I also have heard of stories where a Christian would marry somebody from another religious, belief system or background, and pray for that person, and next thing you know, that person becomes a Christian. Yeah. I've also heard stories where the person stays who they are, they stay who they are, and they stay together. You know what I mean? It's just different for each and everybody. You know what I mean?
So it is possible.
It's possible. It's possible. Y'all let us know. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it possible?
And if you do, yeah, share that. Yeah. Because we got to understand, we got to love people regardless. And yeah, it's a hurtful thing. Even I done see families and close people separate, yeah, because of who they follow. Yeah.
I had a lady, older lady, a mother in the church years ago, and her husband wasn't a believer. Now, he didn't stop her from going to church or nothing like that, but he didn't go to church. He didn't attend church. And they had been married for over 50, 60 years. Wow. So is it possible? Yeah, it is. But I'd rather, how can two walk together lest they be agreed? Yeah. I'd rather it be that way just for me, you know what I mean, personally, because it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. But is it possible? Yes. But going back to what we was talking about when it came to like friendships. So I know for me and you, what ends up happening is they still will call, but it gets like once every 3 months, once every 4 months, once every 6 months, once every year. Yeah. Right? And then it seemed like the only time, that time when they do call, is because they're going through a crisis or some type of trauma, or they need some help, or they need a handout. And for years, I just continued to let that go. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just allowed it to happen because I was just like, hey, no big deal. Yeah. But then one time, I woke up and was like, is this really the relationship that I want to have? Yeah. If I'm going to have some quality relationships and quality friendships, I got to start defining and having a standard of what I want them to be. Okay. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, do I think now in this time and age where I am, is it okay for a person just to call me one time out the whole year, and then that one time they call me, or that 2 or 3 times that they call me, it's because they're in trouble or they want something? I don't really think that that's fair anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because like I said, that word friendship for me, it holds weight. It holds weight.
Okay, the word friendship holds weight. Go into some qualities and what that weight consists of.
So when you say you're my friend, that means I have the space, I have the comfortability of the freedom to talk to you, be myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I'm going through something, I won't feel judged. That if I tell it to you, you're going to go and spread it to the world. Right. You're going to hold it in confidence because we good like that. Right. You know what I mean? I also...
Not going to dog you out.
You ain't going to dog me out. Now, you're going to correct me, because if you really my friend, you're going to correct me.
In love.
You're going to correct me in love. You're going to tell me what's right. Okay. But if you're my friend, you're not going to be my yes person. and you're not going to be a person where I don't see a lot. Like, I got people, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So it's, what I mean by that is, it's people that I deal with on a more consistent basis.
Right.
So if you see me out somewhere, you're going to see me with those people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in the same sense, if I'm going through something, those people should be with me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Not the other way around where you see people and they with they click, but then when they go through something, then they call you. No, I ain't your people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not saying that we ain't cool.
No, right.
Not saying that I don't love you, you don't love me, you don't pray for me, I
Right.
don't pray for you, but I'm not your priority like that.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Can I? So it's safe to say they're not part of that inner circle.
They not, and that's okay.
Right.
Well, like one gentleman said, he said, y'all gotta understand. He said, it's some people. He said, y'all gotta make sure that y'all put the correct people in the correct places in y'all life. He said, it's some people that deserve to be in the street. Okay. He said, it's some people that deserve to be in your yard. He said, so if they deserve to be in your yard, leave them there. And the street people got to stay in the street. They can't come to the yard. Right. Then he said, it's some people that deserve to be on the porch. So what does that mean? That means the street people can't come to the yard people can't come to the porch, and so on and so forth. But then he said, there is some people that deserve to be in your house. And I think what we do is we try to put everybody in the house. And that ain't always the case. Some people are the people that stays out in the streets. Some people are the people that stays in the yard. Some people are porch people where you can, you get a little more comfortable with them. Yeah. But then there's some house people that you can cry, shed your tears, let them know what you're going through, your pains, your fears, all of those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're there to build you up. Yeah. And so we have to start defining who those people are and put them in their respective place, because you'll mess around and have street people in the house.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Because when you were speaking, I was reminded of a king that let some people in his house. And
when that Nebby, that was Hezzy.
Hezzy.
That was Hezzy. Yeah, not Nebby, Hezzy.
Hezzy.
Yeah. Hezekiah.
Yeah. He was a godly king.
Yeah.
And he showed the enemies and brought them in.
The Babylonians.
Yeah. He showed them everything in his house.
Wrong move.
Wrong move. Because
what happened?
Well, they invaded it. You know, when you show people your inner, you can't let people close to your heart.
That's not qualified.
That's not qualified. And what I picked up, what you were saying about a friend is, a friend is somebody who's dear to your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I am.
Of course.
All right. Yeah, me and you besties.
We besties, for sure.
But anyway, it's somebody that you could share, some real inner intimate things to. You could conversate and say, look, I'm going through it. Yeah. Do this here. You could go hang out with. You ain't got to be worried about getting condemned by being you.
Right. And you will know that you have that right person in your life. Right. Because and those that are out there that's watching this, you will know that you are a true friend to somebody if you can ask yourself this question: have they ever confided in me? Right. Or have I always gave my problems over to them, or just, you know what I'm saying, let them, when I was going through something, I always called them. But ask yourself, wait a minute, can I really call myself a true friend? Have they ever even confided in me? Have I even ever asked if they needed anything? Right? If you are supposed to be somebody's friend and those questions have never came across your mind, you might not be the friend you think you are. Yeah. If I ask yourself this question, when I'm at my high point, when I'm doing good, who do I have around me? If that person is not one of the people that you have around you, you might want to second guess and ask yourself, is that person your friend?
Or when you're at your lowest point.
Or when I'm at, well, see, this is the thing with that too. Sometimes when somebody is at their lowest point, they will call you. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying when you.
So you're right.
I ain't talking about the friend.
Right.
I'm saying when you going through.
Yeah.
When you at your lowest point.
Right.
You know you have a true friend when people check on you. Yeah. When people is there for you.
Yeah.
Well, everybody gonna be there when you're up.
Absolutely. So I had to start looking at it like, wait a minute, when these people doing good, when they doing well, when they on point, when they got
on the flip side, when
they doing, the flip
they
side,
doing
when
good,
they're doing good,
they don't.
Am I one of they go-tos?
Right.
And the answer was, and the answer was no.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to actually be like, wait a minute. Am I really their friend then? Because the only time they call me is when they going through something. Right. Other than that, so basically what I'm saying, if they was on for 4 years straight, I wouldn't.
It never contact you.
And they never contact you. Yeah. You got to start now saying, hold up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, hold up. Can this person really qualify as my friend?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, people just throw those, my friend, my brother, my sis. You know what I'm saying? They throw that stuff around.
Your real friends is who you kicking it with.
Thank you.
When you up.
Thank you. That's when you going out having fun. You know what I'm saying? You got what you need, and those are people that you with, then them is your people.
Your peace.
So then what happens is if you do go through something, then them is your people.
Them your peace.
You know what I'm saying? Them your people. So now you can't redirect and then call everybody else because it is going to be usury. It's going to be manipulation.
Yeah, but I fall on bad terms and go through, you know what I'm saying, my peeps. You know what I'm saying? I don't run to my peeps now.
Yeah, now I run to the people that I call once a month. I mean, excuse me, not once a month, but once a year. And it's like, come on now.
Pray for me.
And yes, we will.
We always pray for you.
But we want to make sure that you gotta be, because see, that's what it is. It's all about consistency. You see what I'm saying? And no matter what
big word.
No matter what you do in life, it's about consistency. If you don't have consistency with me, and I can tell that you're not for me, and we not rocking on the same team, then it's no use to continue. So now we all got to make some decisions and be like, you know what? Hey, it was fun while it lasted, but it's time for you to move on, and it's time for me to move on. And it's okay. You still can love that person. You still pray for them, but you got to start seeing.
Stop faking though.
But stop faking, and you got to start seeing when people are causing you more harm than good. Yeah. Because if you're not adding to my life, then there really is no use. And that don't mean
you're a weight.
Yeah, that's all you are. You're a burden. So as friends, you got to be adding to each other's life, and it can be in the most minimal way. Because really, in a friendship, it don't even matter if
it's a small thing.
Because a small thing is the big thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? One day I could be having a bad day, but because we so closely, you know what I'm saying, have a connection, you'll just call me and be like, "Girl, what's up?
Let's go eat some breakfast. Go eat."
And you won't even know how much I needed that, but because we friends like that.
Yep.
The connection will come. But when you're not friends with a person, you don't have that type of connection. You'll never know what's going on with that person. All you can do is see when you in need to call them to help you out. And that's not a true friendship.
That ain't a true friendship.
So let's start making sure that we start defining and having better relationships, especially as you get older.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? We in our late 40s, early 50s.
Yes.
And I want some friends that will stick closer to me,
solid.
Like a brother. You know what I'm saying? There are friends that stick closer than a brother, and those are the friends that you need in this day and time.
Period.
You got anything else you want to add?
No, man, that was a good closer. I thank you. I enjoyed myself, and hope that everybody got something out of this. I enjoyed it, and
that's it. That's all. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all share this. I keep always telling y'all, if y'all have anything that that you want to talk about and have us to conversate about, please put it in the comments. We would love to talk about whatever is on your mind. Share this post. Let's get it out. Let's make it happen. Thank y'all for watching us on Gemstones.
Thank you.